am Vashana Renee, and this is another episode of The Latest Show, and I'm here with fashion stylist Pamela Brown. How are you doing?
I am wonderful, thank you.
Good. Now we're just going to dig right in. I want you to tell me a little bit about iStyle by Pamela, because I know that you do some image consulting too.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, iStyle by Pamela really came to fruition from my love of fashion. Since I was a very small child, I've always loved to put things together. Maybe not so well at times, but better at other times. And that has just grown into a small business that I absolutely love. And I do style clients here locally, as well as a couple that don't live in the state, in Memphis as well. So I love it.
Okay, now tell me, because I know that image consulting, that's something I love to look at, very nice things, but when it comes to picking it out and putting it together, I'm not the best at that. So tell me, what's your favorite part about your job as far as, making a woman look good and feel good?
I think my favorite part is when she realizes, when I can see it in her eyes, when she really gets it. Because some women who are not able to put things together, it is a little bit of a struggle for them. But after working with them, you can kind of see once it starts clicking. And then they get so excited and they'll send me pictures. Look what I put together. Look what I did. So once that light comes on for them, that's when it is wonderful for me. I absolutely love it. So a lot of my clients always end up becoming my friends because we do hang out a lot together. Because it does take a while, and I start from closet consultations where we go in and we reorganize your closet, try everything on, source it by pile, decide what you have, what works, what doesn't work, and then we can start shopping from there. And that's typically how it's done.
Okay, perfect. Now I follow this woman on Facebook, and every day she puts on your outfit of the day, which is always so fly and fabulous. So tell me a little bit about your personal style. How would you describe it?
Now, my personal style, I would say I'm probably a little bit all over the place. I don't have a particular color or a particular style that I really like. I really just like clean things that look good, some classic pieces, and then put something in there that'll surprise you. So I'm really good for doing that. And contrary to what a lot of people think, I don't really wear pants. So people really find that unusual, and I don't wear them because I just think my body looks better in skirts and dresses.
Yes.
And I love it. I know it works well for me, and I try to do my best with that.
Right.
So.
Now, I want to talk about that for a second, because one style that I love is the peplum, but I don't think it looks right on everyone.
But you know what? I have yet to meet a woman that a peplum did not work for. Because it takes care of those problem areas. It pulls in your waist because it gives you a defined area for your waist. So I think a peplum, I have yet to meet a woman that a peplum didn't work for. And I don't believe it wouldn't work for you.
See,
I believe you have not found the right one, because there are different ones.
Okay.
Now there are some that are a little shorter, some that are cut a little high, a little low. So you really have to kind of look and find one that suits your body. But I am a peplum girl. Right. I have peplum dresses, peplum tops, peplum belts. I love a peplum. Yes.
See, maybe that's it. See,
and
I need to come and
it.
work with you because maybe I haven't found the right one.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Now, the spring, even though we can't tell today, but spring is here.
Yes, it is. And I am going to reflect spring, whether it looks like it outside or not.
Yes. So now tell me a few of the must-have, trends of this year.
For spring, well, definitely we know that Patron has chosen green as the color for this year. So any shades of green, and we're going with the minty green for summer. Okay. And that probably is a little in the shade that I'm wearing, and probably a little bit in the shade in the skirt. Minty greens are great. Pinks are always wonderful. You can do reds, you can do purples, you can do, blues. It really just depends on you. There is no such thing as a color that somebody can't wear.
Okay.
I hear women say that all the time. Oh, you can wear any color. So can you.
Yeah,
you just have to find the shade that works best for you, and also the color and the style. It all depends on the style too. I could pick something pink, which I love, but in the wrong style, it would, it wouldn't be so good. Right. So it really just depends on that. So I think any color can work for any woman. It is just her personality, her style that has to carry it off.
Okay, good. Now we're going to play a quick little game of hot and nots, because I went to glamour.com and they gave this list of must-have trends for
Okay.
this spring. And so we're going to see, get
Okay.
your opinion on
Okay.
it. So the first one was black and white. Everyone is trying the black and white since Beyonce was on the Grammys, the red carpet. Everyone
Yes.
loved it. So
Yes.
I see a lot of that. What do you think about the black and white? Is it
Black
hot,
and white
not?
is hot.
Okay.
It is always a good classic traditional sequence, and certainly it can always work for anyone. And if you want to add a little punch of color, that always helps.
Okay.
Black and white works.
Okay, gotcha. And what about stripes? Bold, big stripes.
I love stripes. Stripes you do have to be a little careful with because there are thin stripes, there are bolder stripes,
Right.
thicker. It just depends. It really depends on the cut and the color for you and your personality. And once you try on a few, you'll kind of see. Just be daring. Do it.
Okay, and what about those little, I think they call them kitten heels, the little small, maybe inch heel as opposed to the 5
Kitten heels are the devil.
Right.
Kitten heels are the devil. If you are going to wear a heel,
Yes.
wear a
Okay,
heel.
so there's a
if
big
you're going
knot.
to wear a
Yes.
flat, wear a flat.
Right.
I don't see the point in the middle kind of thing.
Right.
But I understand some women can't do the 3 and 4 inch heels
Right.
just because that is my love. But kitten heels, really, no, seriously. Kitten heels are fine if that is what can work for you and your
Okay.
body. You have to understand what works for you. But personally, I would rather, if I'm going to do a heel, I'm going to do a heel.
Yes.
But if I
Yes.
can't do a heel, then I'll just do a flat or a wedge.
Right, okay,
A
gotcha.
wedge always works, and a wedge always kind of works for someone who can't wear a heel, but it gives you the length, the tallness
Right,
of it.
right,
So.
exactly. Me personally, I love wedges because they're more comfortable
Yes.
for me, and it still
Yes.
gives me, even though I'm tall, I still want to get some height going. So I love a good wedge. Now, tell me about. I know there's tons of celebrities that get blasted for being the worst dressed. Do you have some celebrities that you think are the best dressed celebrities that hardly ever miss a beat when it comes to their style?
Oh, I think Beyonce for sure is a woman who never skips a beat. I'm not, Tina, her mother, and whoever else on her team that worked with her. I have rarely ever seen Beyonce get it wrong. Beyonce consistently does well, and also Pamela Mann.
Yes.
Pamela Mann, for
Yes.
me, she is a full-figured woman,
Yes.
but every time I see her,
Yes.
she knows what
Always.
works. She gets that trumpet-style dress, and it pulls her waist in, and she looks fabulous
Yes.
every time, and she is not afraid of color. I think Pamela Mann is absolutely beautiful. Most of the time, I have yet to see her go
Yes,
wrong.
yes.
So those two that I can just right off the top of my head that'll kind of fill in for most women because we're not all size zeros. And I think realistically zeros are not, that's not a realistic
Right,
thing
exactly,
anymore. It
exactly.
really isn't. 12 is about average
Yes.
for most women, and most of the time it's about 14. So.
Yes, I agree with both of those. Both of those are gorgeous women. They always are on point, always. Okay, gonna give you your time to shine, Pamela.
Okay.
And just tell the world, how they can reach you, and what you're working on, and all of that good stuff.
Okay. Well, you can reach me at I'm on Facebook and on Twitter and also on Instagram at iStyle by Pamela. You also can reach me at iStyleByPamela@AOL.com, and my website is under construction, so stay tuned for that, and it will be called iStyle by Pamela as well.
Thank you so much. I'm
You're
so
welcome.
glad you came
You're
to
welcome.
stop by the latest show. I
Thank
had
you.
a lot more I wanted to cover. So you have to come back so we can
Yes,
talk more
I
about
absolutely will.
summer's coming up.
Yes.
Spring will be over before we know it.
Yes.
So we'll have to, stop
Do
by
this
and
again.
stuff like, yes.
Yes. We are.
Every single breath I